Are you going to buy that glass, or have you fallen in love with it? Whenever I go into a store, I am automatically drawn to the glass department, where unknowingly I pick up an item and look at it for imperfections, then slowly turn it round in my hands, feeling the shape, a throwback to my inspection days at Lemington. I started at Lemington Glassworks in 1973 to pay for my daughter's wedding. It was a big culture shock for me, as I'd never been in a factory before. I went into the inspection department working alternate weekly shifts 6 till 2 and 2 till 10. I found the work so boring I thought, I'll never stick this, and would leave at the end of my first week. I was persuaded to give it a few more weeks, which I did. Although I enjoyed the friendly atmosphere with my co-workers, I disliked the work intensely. Once I got into the swing of sorting, I took an interest in the production side. The glass blowers were like little ants going to and fro on the platform surrounding the furnace, gathering molten glass from the pot onto a blowing iron, working it into a mould to create a glass bulb. An amazing sight to see. The hand-drawn tubing I found fascinating. To watch a glassmaker gathering a huge amount of molten glass onto the end of an iron, then connect this glass to a post holder and proceed to walk backwards, drawing out the glass into tubing. Unbelievable when you think it was only 0.5 millimeter in diameter when finished. The most fearsome yet awe-inspiring sight I ever saw was the fireman changing a pot. The molten glass was ladled out of the old pot, a big iron plate on a chain was dropped over the furnace, the brick wall in front of the pot was removed, followed by the pot itself, which was taken away on a long ladder-like barrow and left to cool. The new pot, which had previously been handmade using a special clay and put into a kiln and heated until it was glowing white hot, was then manoeuvred on the same barrow-like construction by the firemen into the furnace, and the wall rebuilt around it. These men were extremely brave and worked together as a magnificent team. No protective clothing or safety regulations in those days. In 1987, we celebrated the 200th anniversary of the Glassworks. Each employee was given a glass memento in the shape of the original cone, also a scarf for the ladies, a tie for the men. Sadly, from 1990 the Glassworks was in trouble because of imported cheap glass bulbs. There was a huge drop in the market for handmade glassware, which resulted in redundancies, etc., over the next 6 years. After 23 years, 4 family weddings, and a wealth of knowledge about glass, I tearfully watched the doors of Lemington Glassworks close forever.